This is a today's special encore. It's like we're going to give you one last chance with our Hunter Today's Special. Now, we rarely get to do encore presentations. What is it? It's like just one more chance to lock in our amazing Today's Special price. Here's what you're looking at. This is a $300 air purifier. This is a beautiful air purifier. It's from one of the #1 brands, a brand that's been around for over 100 years. And it's going to give you different layers of filtration. I'm not even sure where to go because they are so big. These are pretty amazing. They're about 36 inches high, so about nearly 3 feet high. But what you'll see is very sleek and it's very modern looking. You're going to notice one important feature that I'm going to point out right away. It has a HEPA filtration system. That is the gold standard. You want HEPA in an air purifier. It's not only getting rid of the smoke, the dust, the pollen, the pet hair, the dander, mold, spores, dust mites, and it's incredibly effective. You do want the HEPA filter, but it also gives you 3 more layers of protection. You get an EcoSilver filter that's 99% effective against VOCs. You're getting a photocatalyst that will eliminate toxic VOCs and formaldehydes in the air, a coconut carbon filter that's going to be great for odors. It's also has UVC light technology, so it's going to zap that bacteria that's on the filter as well. So there's a lot of great reasons to get this home. Everybody's looking for a great air purifier, but it's also a fan, so you can use this for great air circulation. I love the design. We're going to talk about why that's important, but there are 2 colors here for you to choose from. One is the black, and one is what we're calling graphite. It's kind of like a very light gray color. But here's what you're getting. Free shipping and handling. You're getting $170 off the price. That's a big deal. Now you're saving more than you're spending. $170 off the price, and we still have the flex pay. So we have 5 interest-free flexible payments for you, about $26 a month. Lowest price ever on this model. There's never been a better time. I got to bring in Tracy Rosa.
Hi,
I haven't seen in forever.
I know. How are you?
Why have we not been able to hang out?
I don't know.
I don't know. Where do you want to be? Where am I in your way?
Oh, no, you're never in my way.
You go wherever you need to go. She's the expert, and she's been a big part of our family here. Is it 8 years now? On
12.
12?
12 years, yeah.
Okay.
Crazy,
well, welcome back.
Well, it's good to be here.
Not our first time we presented this model, but is always important for you to know, it is the best time.
Yeah.
Because we ordered these almost a year ago. We have the best price. We have them in stock. I would say get it now. If there was all capital letters, if there was like a headline on this presentation, it would be like, get it now. We bought this a year ago. So everybody's looking for great air purifiers this time of year.
And a good fan.
Yeah.
So everyone is going to their closet, they're pulling out that old school fan, the one that has all of the blades. The really cool thing about this unit is it's different from other bladeless fans. It's different from other air purifiers. This is the most advanced air purifying system that Hunter has. That's what I love so much about this. 4 layers of filtration that you're getting with this. I'm gonna break that down in just a second. But one of the things that I love about this one, Sarah, listen to this. It's gonna grab all of that dirty air. It's gonna pull it through the 2 different vents that you have. And then once it goes through the 4 layers of filtration, once the air goes through the 4 layers of filtration, only the cleanest and purest air comes up through the unit and gets pushed out. Other fans just move all of that dirty air around. The EPA says that our air inside of our house is 50% dirtier than the air outside. Gone are the days that we want to move all that dirty air around. We want to move the cleanest and purest air. So let's break down that filtration system and kind of wrap our heads around, you know, a new way of thinking when it comes to that. So you're getting 2 of these filters, 1 on each side. You have that EcoSilver technology. This is actually going to inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Now, what are microorganisms? Live, airborne viruses that have a tendency to grow on surfaces. Also VOCs, odors in the air. This is gonna attack that. That's your first line of defense. Now, you've got your true HEPA filter, getting rid of 99.97% of the particulates in the air. Dust, dirt, dander, pollen, all of that stuff that makes our eyes water and our nose run, it gets trapped right here. Now, in most Hunter air purifiers, that's where we stop. You get the 2 layers and everybody is happy. we double down. We've got that photocatalyst filter. We've got that UVC light in the base. So the way that this works, all right, look at there. That's the UVC light in the base there. You see the 2 filters on each side of it. So you said it, we have been using UVC lights for years in hospitals, right? Zapping the surfaces, zapping all of that stuff out of the air. But Hunter said, how do we take that technology? How do we make it clean all the stuff in our air? Well, you got the photocatalyst filter and that UVC light. When the 2 of them combine, Sarah, that's when we're able to get rid of E. coli in the air, formaldehyde. So,
Wow.
All right, I'll be honest with you. Hunter calls, they said, hey, we got this new filtration system. We're gonna get rid of formaldehyde in your air. I go, I don't have formaldehyde.
I don't have formaldehyde.
No, who are you talking to?
I'm
you
not
know?
embalming
Right.
anyone. That's the only thing I think that formaldehyde is for.
I did not know. If you have a gas stove, if you have a gas fireplace, that releases formaldehyde. If you get your dry cleaning and it comes in a plastic bag, you release that bag, that releases formaldehyde in your house. If you have an area rug, all right, and it comes in plastic and you unwrap that area rug, that releases formaldehyde in your house.
Wow.
So all these things that we did not know we had to worry about, now Hunter has come up with a way to give you a solution to all of those problems.
I got a quick update for you.
Yes, my friend.
This is our final presentation as a today's special. This is it.
Yeah.
The final presentation, the price officially goes up at midnight Eastern time. That's 90 minutes from now, actually 83 minutes. In 83 minutes, the price goes up. This is one of the best values I have ever seen on a full-size air purifier. Now, you and I have presented many Hunter air purifiers before. I have the one that's about this big, and it's about as big around as a salad plate. I love that Hunter air purifier, and it runs nonstop in our bedroom, right near where the dog sleeps, right? Because there's all kinds of little pet dander and dust mites and you name it. Mold, spores, odors, runs nearly 24 hours a day in my bedroom. I paid almost $100 for that.
Yep. And that only has 2 layers of filtration, my friend.
Right, that's not even the good stuff. We're giving you the Mac Daddy. We're giving you the ExtremeAir. We're giving you the lowest price ever on this model. This is a great air purifier for $129. So take my word for this. I would pick this up in a heartbeat if I didn't have one there. I would start all over, and I would start with this one. This is a $300 machine. This is Hunter. You're getting a name brand. You're getting the best price we've ever offered. You're getting free shipping. These are not inexpensive to ship because they come in a nice big box. They're beautifully packaged. And of course, you're getting the HEPA filter. Whether you buy an air purifier here or anywhere else, the gold standard is HEPA for 99% reduction of the smoke, the dust, the pollen, the dirt, the pet dander, and all those other little, impediments in our air. You want to get rid of everything. Everything smaller than the size of a human hair, 99% eliminated when you have the right filtration system. Not to mention what you talked about, the formaldehyde, the VOCs, the other toxic chemicals that are in the air.
Yeah.
So here's what you need to do. If you order this in the next hour or so, I have one for you. Let me just check. Do we have both colors? Still in decent inventory. We have the gray, which we're calling graphite, and we have the black. They both work the same. They both are beautiful. They're both about 36 inches high, and they're about as big around as a dinner plate.
Yep, 9 inches.
So 9 inches in diameter. You do not need a lot of room to have a great air purifier.
Yeah.
It also pivots, rotates, it circulates the air for you. Now, you could use it with the air purifier on, or you can use it just as a fan. You got options.
No, the air purifier is always going to be working.
That's perfect.
Okay, that's what I love about this. It's a set it and forget it. You plug it in. The filters are already installed. You decide how much air you want to rotate. Again, you have a remote control that is magnetized. You just pop this right here. But this is the season, right? This is the time of year that everybody is kind of running to their closets and they're pulling out these type of old school fans, right?
Yes.
And be honest with yourself. When was the last time you cleaned a fan like this? Did you ever really take this grate off? Did you ever unscrew the front panel right here and clean down those blades? When these turn on, it pushes dirty air throughout your house. This is only pushing out the cleanest and purest air. Remember, it's pulling in all the air from the base, all right? It's going through the 4 layers of filtration, and then that clean air comes up through the unit, and then that is what is being pushed out. That's what we love so much about this. So it doesn't matter what room you're in, it doesn't matter what your air quality is, this is gonna be cleaning and scrubbing the air. So you ask yourself, well, all right, I have a big, great room. Is it gonna get the job done? Take a look at this graphic we're gonna pull up on the screen right now. I want you to understand that it is gonna clean a, let's say a 400 square foot room, 1.14 times, Sarah, an hour. An hour, that is more than 24 times a day.
That's more than I clean my house.
Exactly, exactly. And that's a big room. Our average two-car garage is 250 square feet. So think of a 400 square foot room. All right.
So that could be a big, great room.
That's a big, great room, a kitchen, a living room.
That's
like
bigger than my entire house.
Right.
To be honest.
Well, I'm serious. Like, I mean, so it's going to turn that air over multiple times an hour.
And that's what I love what you pointed out. I mean, a lot of us are going to pull out fans.
Right.
Fans blow the same air around and around and around. It's actually not cleaning the air. So you could buy a fan for $129 just about anywhere right now in America. Why don't you get an air purifier? One with a HEPA filter built right in. I have the smaller baby version of this, and it was almost the exact same price. It's around $100. This, for only $30 more, you can have the Mac Daddy. This is a perfect time to order. They are going very, very quickly now. Remember, the price goes up at midnight Eastern time, which is in about 1 hour and 15 minutes. You've got about an hour to reserve yours. If you wait any longer, it could be up to that retail price of $300. It's a $300 air purifier. This is a good one. If you have pets, this is a must. Here's the other reason. My parents bought an air purifier from us last year. I can't remember which Hunter model it was, but one we had last year, because of forest fires. They're in Colorado.
Yep.
And the air quality is very bad if you're near or even in range of a forest fire wind. And sometimes you could be several states away, and they will tell you the air quality is bad due to forest fires. That air can get inside your home. So that's why my parents bought an air purifier. Everyone's gonna get one for different reasons. Is it not just smoke, but is it dust? Are you worried about the VOCs? Are you worried about the formaldehydes? Are you worried about pet dander? If you're someone who's really sensitive to all the particles that are in the air, you get the runny nose, you get the itchy eyes, you wanna be running an air purifier 24 hours a day. Isn't it true that the air quality inside our home is worse than it is outside?
50% dirtier inside. That doesn't even make sense.
No.
Right? Well, you think about it. You open up your doors, you open up your windows, you walk in your house, all of that dust or dander comes in with you. You shut the doors, everything's locked inside. It's trapped. It has nowhere to go. I want to go back to the air quality story.
Okay.
New Jersey is under a air quality advisory right now.
Okay.
New Jersey, because
Why?
of forest fires.
Forest fires maybe in Canada.
Yeah, no, outside of the city.
That's incredible.
And they're like, we've never had to deal with this. You hear of forest fires out in California, Colorado, and stuff like that. So it's about expecting the unexpected, being prepared for that kind of stuff. Right now, people in New Jersey didn't know they were gonna have to be dealing with forest fires or smoke in their homes, but you get something like this home, again, we are cleaning all different size particles out of the air. So I am a seeing is believing person. So we talk about smoke. Sarah and I were just talking about this. This is a smoke wand. Look at this. This, it's gonna pull in that dirty air. Look at it, just grabbing that dirty air. It's gonna go through 4 layers of filtration, all right? Now, giving it a second to go through those layers of filtration, notice this. There is no smoke coming out of the top of this unit. All the air I just pumped in is now coming out, but it doesn't have all of the particulates, so small. Sarah, we are very strict. HSN is very strict on what we can and can't say about air purifiers. We cannot make any medical claims at all. I do have common sense. What they can tell me is that this true HEPA filter is gonna get rid of 99.97% of dust, dirt, dander, pollen. So let's think about that for a second. If those are your irritants, if those are the things that make you race to the medicine cabinet, and those are the things that make your eyes water and your nose run, if I can remove that out of the air,
Right.
It just makes sense that it is a better environment for you and your family. And that is only one layer of protection that this is giving you. So one of the things I said to Hunter, I said, I want to be able to show people at home how this works, how it moves the air. So we created this demonstration right here. Give me a second to kind of explain it. You see how we've got a couple of these balloons dancing up here on the front? All right, that is because it's the clean air coming up the base, moving those balloons around. Back here, there are no balloons dancing. Why? Because it's not like your old school fans with all of your blades pulling in that dirty air, pulling in the air from the back. No, no. The only air that is moving is the one that has been clean and purified. How powerful is this unit? Look down here. All right, it is grabbing those balloons, holding onto those balloons. That is the power of this air purifier. Remember, 4 layers of filtration, and then once all of that air is clean, it comes up through the unit, and it only pushes that clean, fresh air out into your home. You're getting a remote control, Sarah, so,
yes.
you know.
Easy to use.
Easy to use.
And that's nice because then you don't have to get up off the couch. This is great for when you're sleeping. This is great in the living room. This is great in the kids' room, the baby room, the playroom. This is great in your den, your TV room, your great room. I'll tell you the other room that I have to have an air purifier is, it's near the kitchen. And our kitchen is kind of part of our living room. It's a small apartment. But when I have that air purifier going, it gets rid of the odors.
Yeah.
And it's really important to get rid of the odors if you cook like I do. Because I'm not a very good cook. And sometimes the salmon lingers.
For days.
I burn the toast.
I made Brussels
right?
sprouts tonight.
Brussels
They're
sprouts,
stinky.
they're stinky,
Yeah.
right? Turkey burgers. I
Yeah.
mean, you can smell those for a week
Yeah.
if you don't have an air purifier going. I want to mention quickly, we do have additional filters, which you will need at some point. It might take you months before you need to replace the filter, and it will tell you when you need to replace the filter. But we have some great little filter replacement packs, except they are selling out. They're selling out because this has been a very popular Today Special. For $50, and again, this is another great deal. Look what you're getting for $50. 2 HEPA filters and 4 of the EcoSilver purifiers. EcoSilver, again, is for the VOCs and the growth of mold and bacteria, 99% effective against the VOCs, which is the stuff that's in the air every single day. These types of chemicals, the formaldehydes, the VOCs, they're in the air because we have furniture. They're in the air because we bought carpeting. They're in the air because we repainted our bedroom last weekend.
Or we put dry shampoo on.
That's right. It's in our sprays. It's in our cleaning products. It's in our beauty products. We can't get away from chemicals, but what you can do is clean the air and do the very best job you can. So here's what's happening. This price goes up in about an hour and 10 minutes. This is our last chance for a Hunter air purifier of this magnitude, a $300 machine you're getting for $129.99. So here's what I love to pass on from HSN are the biggest brand names in the business. Hunter is one of the pioneers. They've been doing appliances for over 100 years. They know what they're doing. And we locked in this price months and months ago. How long was this a Today Special in the making? It's almost a year in advance. We have to know what's coming in. We have to order it. It's already here. It's ready to ship. You're gonna have this in just a few days. When you have a fan and when you have an air purifier like this one, it's gonna keep you cool. It's gonna make your home smell so fresh. If you're very sensitive to odors like I am, you need an air purifier. I will come in the room and I'll be like, I'm like the Easter Bunny. I'm like, I smell something. And my husband's like, oh, I think it's the dog. Oh, I think it's the laundry. I think it's the chicken that I cooked for dinner. If you're sensitive to odors, you need an air purifier. So you can get this home for $26. Very small price to pay. If for any reason you don't love it, you can return it, but you're getting a fantastic machine. Air purifiers are not inexpensive. Some of them are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and we sell those too. But I like that you're getting this one for $129. It's a really great time to place your order. Go online to hsn.com. You can do this over the phone. You can scan that QR code, which is the camera app on your smartphone, and tap the link like you're paying for parking or ordering a pizza. You know how easy that is. We have 2 colors left. I'll stand right next to them so you can see them. This is the gray, we're calling graphite. This is the black. They both work great. Fewer than 1,000 now in the black. These are going very, very quickly now. There's never going to be a better time to buy this unit. This is the day, this is the hour, this is the moment.
Yeah, 100%. And everybody needs a fan, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Everybody needs an air purifier, right? You need that all year round. Why not get a totally great 2-in-1? Everything in one footprint. Bladeless technology, zero maintenance, okay? So you've got this great fan. Then you've got the most advanced air purifying system that Hunter has to offer. 4 layers of filtration. Remember, you may see other units like this on the marketplace, but what those don't do is they don't clean and scrub the air, push their air up and then push it out. A lot of times you're dealing with a fan and it is just moving dirty air all the way around. This one is only producing clean, fresh air. So we only have about 8 minutes left. So let's talk about why this unit, why this air purifier, why this bladeless fan system. First, 4 layers of filtration. Remember, you have that EcoSilver technology right here. This is going to inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Things like viruses, mold spores, things that have a tendency to grow on surfaces. That is your first line of defense. Now, you've got a true HEPA filter, getting rid of 99.97% of the particulates in the air. Dust, dirt, dander, pollen, all the things that are coming up on your screen right now. Take a look at your screen. Are these your irritants? Are these the things that irritate you? If your answer is yes, I'm pulling out 99.97% of that out of your air. That's just in those 2 layers of defense. I've got 2 more layers to talk about. I've got that photocatalyst filter. I've got that UVC light. Again, we're doubling down. When that photocatalyst filter hits that UVC light, that's where the magic happens, Sarah. That's gonna get rid of things like formaldehyde, E. coli. Again, I was skeptical. I was like, there's no way I got formaldehyde in my house and there's no way that E. coli is flying around in my kitchen. It does. I thought E. coli just lived on surfaces. It's an airborne issue. So the fact that Hunter has come up with a way to tackle those type of things in your air, listen, if the last 5 years has taught us anything, it's to expect the unexpected. You control what you can control. You now can control the environment in your home, the air quality. We would never, ever drink unfiltered water, right? And this is exaggerated, right? We go to the store, we go to the restaurant, there's one little speck of dirt in there. What do? Send it back.
Send it back.
I'm sorry, sir, ma'am, could you please take this? I cannot have this. We only drink filtered water. We don't stop breathing 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's the one thing we don't stop doing. So why do we not focus on the air quality in your home? You're getting 2 things in one footprint, something we all want, something we all need, and this is gonna be a year-round solution, Sarah.
And you know what else? You don't have to dust as often.
Right.
I like
the
when
little
the list
things.
it says dust, and you're like, nah, we kind of skip over that. But actually, if you're not the best housekeeper, that's me, I'll take all the help I can get. And let me tell you, if you have a lot of people coming and going, an air purifier works wonders. It makes a difference. So many people that have never had an air purifier, they plug it in within a few minutes, within a few hours, they're like, oh,
I get it.
I smell the difference.
Yeah.
I feel the difference. They love the change in the environment in their home. Look at all the different ways you can use it, whether you just want to put it in a room that's for relaxing, whether you want to put it in a room for sleeping, if you want to make sure it's where you're spending most of your time in your kitchen living area. We're very, very busy, and these are going quickly. This is our last presentation of this today's special. Now, some of our today's specials sell out in one day. Like our bike. How many do we have left in our today's special in our e-bike? I'll just double check with my producer because some of you may have dropped that into your shopping cart and you haven't yet checked out. So we're gonna check on our e-bike because that's almost gone. These are also down to our final quantities and the price expires in 1 hour. In 1 hour, the price goes up on this. I will tell you this. This is one of the best air purifiers. You talked about the 4 layers of filtration. Yeah. I was like, check, 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 check. Don't remember the last time we had an air purifier, starting with the gold standard, the HEPA filter, and then gives you 3 more additional layers of filtration for odors, for VOCs, for formaldehydes, not to mention the HEPA for all those other particles. It's really ticking off all the boxes at a very reasonable price. Remember, we locked this in almost a year ago. So we're passing on the savings to you. This is, in fact, the lowest price we have ever offered on this model. We're not raising the price today on our hard goods. We're giving you an even better value, but it's only here for the next hour. These are going quick. We have both the graphite and